what's going on, everybody? It's still alive, back with another one, man. And I wasn't even gonna react to this. I haven't showered or nothing yet today. Just been kind of feeling like shit, bro. But I started watching this video and I was like, dude, they started saying some stuff that one side they tried to say that the only people that made this case racial was the black people, but that's just simply not true. When we had people like Jake Lang out in front of the courthouse saying hang him, both sides were making this racial to the point where they were I watched the Carter family. I think they're a good channel. I think they make a lot of valid points a lot of times. But in this video, and especially with this case, everybody is just quickly jumping over facts and stuff of the case, and quickly jumping over stuff that happened in the case and blaming it all on one side. And I don't like it. It's not cool. Like, they literally just try. You'll see here in a minute. I only got like 3 minutes into it before I was like, okay, I got to react to this.
And basically, you have a dead body, you got a confession, you have a murder weapon, and you have dozens of witnesses who saw it happen. On top of that, you have some video footage, you have confessions. It's all bad. This young man was going to prison. The only people that think Karmelo wasn't going to prison are regular lay folks. The judge knew it, the DAs knew it, lawyers all across America knew it. Anybody who's hell, you can go to the penitentiary, and most of them will say, "Yeah, we knew he was gonna go to prison. It was too much."
Who didn't know he was going to prison? Yeah. Not based on the evidence, based on the fact that he being tried in Collin, racist ass 53% white county, and this is a black boy accused of killing a white boy. This is why everybody knew he was going to get railroaded, and he got not an all-white jury, but a jury that's comprised of not one black person in a racially charged case. Come on, man! The prosecutor, the judge, supposed to be the judge.
Well, first of all, Austin's dad and the judge are friends. That's another thing that should have got the case thrown out, but that got past the lawyers.
The judge got to say, no, man, we ain't gonna let that happen.
Well, the judge let it happen because he's friends with Austin's dad.
Prosecutor got to be like, man, let me just get one or two in here, so when I get my conviction, they won't be able to come back on appeal with it. Come on, man, you can't go in there. You can't do a racially charged case like this, man, and not have one black person on there. Where you got a black person being accused of killing a white person in America? Hell no, man. White people ain't not non-biased. They just not. They've shown us time and time.
I don't think that's necessarily true either. I think it can be. I think there's a lot of white people that can't be biased. There's a lot of people who, on both sides, who can't sit back and just look at the facts and be like, okay, because like coming from my side, like some of the shit that I've seen from white people with this case is disgusting. It's absolutely fucking disgusting. Some of the shit I've heard said about Karmelo and his family and shit. And same with the other side, though, about Austin's family and stuff. But the facts come down to it. It was a rain delay. He ran into a tent to try to get dry. I was in cross country and track, and I can remember dozens of times where I ran into other teams' tents to stay dry during rain delays. Not once was my bag thrown, was I pushed, or was I told to leave 15 times. Not once was I pushed with two bigger people coming at me. You can see it in the video. Yes, only one person put his hands on Melo. I understand that. I do understand only Austin pushed Melo. But there was two people coming towards him. One person pushed him to the ground, and they are both way bigger than him. And he defended himself, maybe in a way that you guys don't think is the right way to defend himself, but he still defended himself. And all these loopholes under the law need to be changed because this is a clear-cut case. It's self-defense. And as somebody who's like considers himself somewhat conservative, like on that side of the political shit, some of the shit I've seen from people who are conservatives with this case are disgusting. And that's why, like, here in a minute, they try to say that, oh, the black people were the only people who made it racial. And that's just simply not true. I seen it from the white people first, man. White people made this case racial instantly. The second it happened, people were online saying, hang him, give him the death penalty, fucking all types of shit.
And they cannot be non-biased in these type of situations.
Willie, let's do this. Let's flip the script. Let's say this trial happened in Harris County. Then you got an all-black jury in Harris County, and we're gonna remove the race of the defendant, and matter of fact, we're gonna make them both black. Do you think an all-black jury would have convicted a black defendant who killed another black boy because he pushed him, stabbed him in the chest?
No.
Here in Texas?
First of all,
yes, I think he would have been convicted.
Okay, say it again. You said an all-black.
If we got,
yes, sorry, I was answering a text, but I was listening. Yes, I do think he would have been acquitted, or he would have been acquitted of all charges, or he would have got self-defense, or it would have been manslaughter, and he would have got a couple years. I think that's what happened if it was a black judge and an all-black jury, and that's honestly what it should have been. I could go with manslaughter if you guys think, oh, yes, he was aggressed on, but he defended himself in a measure that wasn't acceptable, and get him on manslaughter. I can understand that completely, but not first degree murder. Plain and simple, it was self-defense, but manslaughter is the highest I could see anything being for this. Like, it's ridiculous.
Got a black judge. This is a hypothetical, because the internet, they want hype. What if this? What if? Okay, fine. Yeah. My position is that an all-black jury with a black judge, black prosecutor, black defense attorney, a black defendant, black victim, they would have still found this young man guilty of murder because he killed somebody.
In self-defense,
a black boy killed another black boy. You don't think it stabbed him in the chest for pushing him? You don't think that all black jury would find murder?
I say maybe not. He got a better.
They keep saying, "Oh, just for pushing him," but that's not exactly what happened, though. Yes, Austin just pushed him, but as Melo was on the ground after the push, that's the start to a fight. When you get shoved to the ground, that's the start to the fight. I've been in a lot of fights. I've broken bones. I've won some. I've lost some. You know what I mean? I've been jumped. I've been beat up by more than one person also. But when it comes to the point where you think it's about to be 2-on-1 or 3-on-1, you defend yourself in whatever way you can. If I have a pocket knife with me and I think it's about to be 2-on-1, I'm going to defend myself.
With an all-black jury.
So what we're seeing is an educated black man on the right. On the left, you have a stupid monkey brain fucking idiot. This is what it is. He's a dumbass. He's an idiot. He doesn't want to acknowledge reality. He doesn't want the black.
Y'all want to throw racial slurs around like that, though, and that's just making it worse. And you guys don't want to accept reality. You guys want to just make Karmelo out to be some thug when that's not the case. You want to make this false narrative that he wasn't even supposed to be at the track meet, but a simple Google search will show you that he was participating in the track meet.
To be guilty because black kids don't do nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong.
But
if I push you, I should be able to kill you.
You know what make it more crazy? They keep saying this case was racially charged, but the only people that made it racially charged.
Nobody's saying if you push me, I should be able to kill you. But in the scenario that it happened, when a fight is about to start and it's about to be 2-on-1 or even more than that, of course I'm going to defend myself any way I have. And if I have a knife close, I'm going to defend myself.
Was the blacks?
See, this is what I was talking about. No, the black people did not make this racially charged first. I'm sorry. They didn't. I seen white people making the most hideous post, most disgusting post I could even fucking think of. Like worse than some of the Charlie Kirk posts about Karmelo as soon as it happened.
It's the blacks.
That's what makes this so crazy.
It's like I hate to be so angry when I describe who this man is versus other man who's being so patient and with him and sitting here listening to his ignorance. But I'm just, at this point, that's just what I think you are. I think you're a stupid idiot at this point if you still are denying this. Like, there's nothing left to deny.
But I think, guys, we don't even have to over-explain it because everyone who thinks about this just normally and not from a tribalism perspective understands that.
That's not true. There's a lot of people of my skin tone and my political beliefs that think this was self-defense. I'm sorry. It's not one-sided like everybody tries to keep making it out to be.
This is a very clear-cut case.
It's
This
not.
is an example.
Yeah, you're right. It is very clear cut, and the jury and the judge got it wrong.
This guy here, this bald guy,
Willie D,
is one of the reasons why black people are where they are today. Because if you cannot condemn when black people do wrong, well, they're going to continue to do wrong.
I think you should condemn when people do wrong. I'm not saying that. I've done a lot of wrong in my life, and I'm trying to fix that. I was living a different life for 10 years of my life, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to fix that, but this is not that type of situation.
Wrong. It takes black people condemning other black people to make a change. So the black community problems, the violence and all this stuff is still going to happen as long as we justify it and are not accountable for it at all. And this is one of the reasons why it will never end until people start, like guys on, like the other guy here with the glasses, more guys like him got to step up and tell the truth so that people who, young black men, when they look up to an older black person, they're like, okay, yeah, we got a black person and a ninja. Which one do I want to be? So the 911 call is probably very, very sad. I haven't heard it yet, but I can imagine that it's bad. And people will still hear this and still justify Karmelo. See all the evidence, still justify it.
Watch the body cam footage of Melo is literally bawling, saying, man, I told them not to. He literally was telling him, like, I'm just trying to stay dry under the tent. Please don't put your hands on me. And they still did it, and he defended himself. And y'all are trying to say it's not self-defense somehow.
That's why you can explain it and be right till you're blue in the face. They'll never admit it because it's tribalism. That's what it boils down to here.
It's not, though.
Quick question. How much control do you have of your money right now? Technology has changed everything, and now it's changing how money works.
How's it tribalism? Do I look like a black person? I'm not in no tribe. And many people like me and of my skin color believe that this was self-defense also.
Visit rumble.com/promo official rules for details.
I need paramedics at Kirkendall Stadium right away.
Okay, what's going on?
I have an athlete that was stabbed.
He was stabbed?
Yes.
Okay, where's the person who stabbed him?
I don't know.
Okay, where in the stadium is he?
We are on the visitor side bleachers. We have Army veteran that's trying to keep compression on the wound.
Okay. Are you with him now?
He is laying here. He
How old
is
is he?
starting to go unconscious.
How old is he?
High school age, so maybe 15, 16, 17.
It's extremely sad. It is. It's an extremely sad situation. I don't want to say this by putting off the fact that somebody died. Somebody did die, and this is an extremely sad situation. I'm sorry for Austin's family and Austin's friends and all of that. I really am. But it doesn't change the facts of the case, and it doesn't change that this was self-defense.
Is he awake?
No, he's going unconscious.
Okay, is he breathing?
Not right now.
Breathing.
No, he's not.
He's not breathing at all?
No.
Okay, where was he stabbed at?
In his chest.
Okay, I've got them coming, okay? Stay on the phone with me, all right?
Okay.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Okay, I'm here.
Is the assailant still nearby?
Do we hear in the background? Do we hear that?
Oh, we hear it.
That is sickening.
It's
We hear it
sad.
clear as day, bud.
Nobody's saying that's not sad. It's extremely sad. Nobody fucking, you can literally, in Karmelo's video, at the same time as when the cops get there, you can see him bawling. He knows it's sad. He didn't want to do it. That's why I keep saying he went there. I keep saying, oh, he brought a knife, so he went there with the intent to kill somebody. Like, what are we talking about? He's a teenage boy carrying a pocket knife. Same as I did and same as millions of other teenage boys do every day. You can go into any school. I could go into the high school that I went to right now, and I guarantee, well, it's summertime, but I guarantee half the boys in there have pocket knives in their pockets. What are we talking about?
I'm going to keep you with me, okay, until they're with you. Is he breathing still?
He's trying, yeah. We're doing compressions and giving him mouth-to-mouth.
Okay.
Come on.
Hey, they're doing CPR on him. Okay, keep going, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
The medics are coming as fast as they can. Just keep me updated, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Fight through, baby. Fight through, Austin.
No, it's so sad. It is for real. But
Come on.
People made TikTok dances making fun of this kid.
that's
dying.
disgusting.
You see that?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I'm not
So-
surprised they did that with Charlie. When
That's
Charlie got shot
disgusting
in his
also.
neck, we seen people making dances and making.
See, this is something I don't want people to think I'm always on one side of this. I like Charlie Kirk. I thought what people did after Charlie Kirk died was disgusting. I also think like Kyle Rittenhouse had the right to defend himself. So like I'm not somebody who's always on this side of the fence, but on this case, it's a clear-cut case. Like it's self-defense, plain and simple.
Memes about it. I'm not surprised.
And you see, to me, like it's clear as day. I don't think we should even argue about is he wrong or is he. Everyone knows. Every single video we've done, we've said the same things over and over again. We know, yes, Carmelo guilty of murder. That's so clear
No,
as
it's
day.
not.
So it's black on black or white on white. Everyone
No,
else would admit to.
no.
That is hateful.
Yeah.
That is evil and hateful. You have hate in your heart.
I think it's very interesting and very telling that we're watching just a sick and utter justification of violence just because of skin color. We're acting like it's okay.
Nobody's doing
that. A young man.
It was two teenage boys who got into it. You guys are also bringing skin color into it. Why do we have to bring skin color into it at all? Like, this is what I'm saying. There's plenty people of my skin complexion who think this was self-defense.
Responded to a simple push after refusing to leave an area with lethal force, and he killed someone. And now we're trying to say it's okay that he did that. Now we're trying to say, well, the other.
It wasn't a simple push. You can see it on the video. They were coming towards him. Austin and his brother, they were both coming towards him. Yet, and they're both 6'2" and way bigger than him. And he's like 5'8", 5'9". He's a little dude. Melo was. He was outnumbered. He felt like he was outsized, and he came up and he defended himself.
Kid shouldn't have been able to tell him to leave. He shouldn't have left if he told him, brother, you're not supposed to be in someone else's area. If you got.
Exactly. I've been in cross country and track all through school, and never once during a rain delay did I get told not to be under somebody else's tent. It was always, come on in here, get dry. Where's the sportsmanship? Why were they telling him to leave? Why did they throw his bag? Why did they push him? These are all real questions.
Are this defiant and this okay with violence, then I'm perfectly okay with the racism that comes from this. If this is what you want, then if this is what you want to stand by, this is the precedent that you want to set, and the response from everyone else is racism, that's exactly what you want.
It's every other
I'm just
race
keeping
that's
it
saying
100.
that. Every other race is saying y'all are tripping.
It's
right?
only black
No,
people. It's only
they're
black
not,
people that
though.
are being this dumb and delusional.
No,
But then again,
Dumb as fuck. And
it's not, though. It's not. I've talked to hundreds, not hundreds, but like dozens of people online and in real life about this case that are all of my skin complexion, and they also think the same thing. I'm talking about country boys and people in small towns also. And so like I'm not just white boys from the city or something like that. Like a lot of people think this was self-defense.
we're sellouts. We're tap dancing. We're one white pats on the head for being simple, logical facts here. It's like you cannot criticize black people or not stand with black people as a black person without it being for white people to these people.
See, but that's the thing, though.
That's a shame.
What can we expect whenever this is the norm right here? 35 people shot, 5 people killed this weekend alone.
On Juneteenth.
On Juneteenth weekend.
When niggas was free.
What do you think those people who were freed and wanted to go live their life, what if they could look at the black people today and things like this? What would they say? All those people who were saying all these things about Karmelo when he lost his life and Black Lives Matter, why are they silent right now? It doesn't fit the narrative. These people do not care about black people. Brandon Johnson and them are just puppets, and they just make you think that they are on your side. That's like somebody stealing from you and helping you look for it. They're part of the problem. He's part of the problem.
This was supposed to be a joyous time.
I can
Neighbors
agree
and
on
many
what
people
they're
had
saying there to a
gathered to
point.
celebrate Juneteenth when things took a violent turn.
I think violence is a big issue, and as somebody who's been in a lot of violent altercations in their life, you know what I mean? Violence is an issue. There's been many times where I could have died and lost my life in situations, but that doesn't change the fact of this case.
Great hair, great ads. Jennifer Aniston's Lullaby proved it with Roku Ads Manager. Get started on Roku Ads Manager today.
it's hard to watch some of the justifications for why he should be in jail.
Is a vast universe.
Surveillance video capturing what appears.
See, and now they're putting this in there to paint a narrative that nobody cares, when this has nothing to do with the case at hand. This has nothing to do with the case at hand.
To be a barrage of gunfire. Shortly after, you see people running for cover. Chicago police were called to 95th and Princeton after a mass shooting around 11 Friday night in the city's Princeton Park neighborhood. At least 13 people were injured.
244 West 95th Street. I need crowd control.
Chicago police say a red SUV pulled up to a large crowd. Investigators say 2 suspects began shooting from inside the car before taking off.
There's approximately 25 shell casings, both rifle and pistol rounds, from 243 West 95th all the way to the end of the block on Princeton.
The victims' ages range from 17 to 47 years old and were taken to different hospitals. A 26-year-old man was last listed in critical condition. The majority of the victims are expected to recover from their injuries.
All of a sudden, you hear this loud bum, 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 bum. I can hear.
What is this? I understand the narrative they're trying to paint, that black people only care about black violence when it's white people, and black people, they don't care about it when it's black on black violence. But this has nothing to do with the Karmelo case. And the fact that they're putting this in the same video is them trying to paint a narrative. As much as I like their channel and shit, they're trying to paint a narrative by doing this.
The rapid fire of gunfire. And I said, oh no, can't be. And next thing I know, you hear the sirens.
Michael Blount was home at the time of the shooting. He says he's disappointed it happened at a time when people were looking to celebrate the holiday.
It was a shame that it happened on Juneteenth. That's what's supposed to be about, celebration, not what just happened. You know, that was just purely wrong.
A motive for the shooting is unclear. Police have not made any arrests. Alderman Anthony Beal, who represents the 9th Ward, saying in part, in a matter of seconds, an ordinary summer night was shattered by gunfire. No one should have to wonder if they or someone they love will make it home safely.
See, this is the problem. If they're going to condone this, we can't expect them to, with Karmelo and them, they condone it every day anyways.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
If we aren't going to hold anyone accountable for this, like y'all have more hatred in your heart for us than the very people who pulled those triggers out there. Y'all would, if it was up to y'all would say that we are the problem with the black community and we're the ones who are divisive, but not the ones who are out.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying you guys are a problem at all. But the way you guys are portraying this story, you're believing the propaganda and you're pushing it. You're pushing a certain narrative, whether you realize it or not, you are.
They're taking lives. They're just
lives
starving.
Don't matter to them, man.
They don't matter. That's why it's such a thing. Why do y'all say Black Lives Matter if they actually don't matter to y'all? Do they matter right now?
That's an oxymoron.
Exactly. That's literally what it is.
I think the BML movement.
Does it matter when there's 40?
I think the BML movement, like the organization part of it, was just a big scam anyway. They laundered millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. It was just a big scam to get rich. But that's what this is. They're still trying to push a narrative by playing this type of stuff in this video about Karmelo when this has nothing to do with Karmelo.
Million abortion. There'd be 40 million more black people if abortion wasn't a thing, but y'all vote for it.
I think abortion should be banned.
Election, no matter what.
The thing is, he never got opportunity to defend why it was self-defense. He never got the opportunity to say why he carried the knife. He could have said, oh, I go camping, I hike, I go fishing. It's a multitude of reasons that could have been justified. So when you look at the defense side of it, it was all by design. It was by design for this system to fail him. And compared to our white counterparts, they don't get the time like what that judge gave Karmelo. So I want you to think about.
I would like to point out the fact that she's saying he didn't get the opportunity. He had the opportunity in court. And
he could have testified, but you don't testify in your own cases. That's always a bad decision.
Refused to testify in his own defense. And to say that, oh, I go camping, I go hiking, what is the fucking percentage of black people that does that? That is bullshit. I'm not just saying that, oh, it's uncommon for black people to do that, but it literally is uncommon. I don't know too many black people that go camping or go hiking on the regular. And who's going hiking in fucking Plano, Texas?
But it's deeper than that. That doesn't justify. She said it justifies. That still doesn't justify.
It does. You don't have to have a reason to carry a pocket knife. Teenage boys just carry pocket knives.
Doesn't justify.
Every day I carried a pocket knife. Yes, I grew up in the country, so I did fish and all that stuff and hunt and worked on the farm when I was younger. So, but that doesn't change the fact that I didn't need to carry that pocket knife when I was at school, but I just did. I carried a pocket knife every day growing up. Never with the intent to use it, but if I did have to use it, of course I would.
You can go hiking and camping all you want in your free time. That doesn't got nothing to do with when you come to school, you don't stab nobody, period.
You don't fucking...
We don't need to debate this no more. It's the reactions that I'm upset about now. This case is too clear.
This kind of shows that...
yeah, it's the reactions that I'm upset about too, because this case is too clear, like he just said.
A lot of women are tweaking with their comments now.
They're emotional. They don't use logic.
I'm coming at this as an unemotional and a logic conclusion of the case, and the facts are the facts. Everything I said is a real fact of the case, or is a real fact of my life, and nothing happened to me the same way that it happened to Karmelo.
And this is the problem.
Sad for that black baby.
What'd you say right there?
Emotional.
And they don't use logic.
Yes.
What did Karmelo do?
He's emotional and didn't use logic.
And what do a lot of young black men do when they crash out? They get
violent.
No. Say what you said.
Emotional.
Again.
Emotional.
They get emotional and they don't use logic.
That just boils down to.
Shoes, pow!
That's you know what that is?
I'm like,
you know what
that does happen.
You know what that is? Low impulse control.
That's what.
And low impulse control is tied to low IQ.
And no fathers. They see the.
He had his daddy. His daddy's a damn dummy.
Exactly. So he has no father.
His daddy didn't give a damn about him.
He didn't.
Even Austin Metcalf's father said that. Charleston White's father said that. They said they left him in there when he was sentenced alone.
Exactly.
They said Austin's dad said they left him in there to be sentenced alone and because they couldn't get no more money out of him. And Charleston,
I do feel like Melo's family kind of screwed him. Got all that money and then didn't spend it towards him at all. Fucking made him get a public defender and all that, and then did end up leaving them there alone, kind of like he was by himself for the most part. Like, it's a sad situation all around, but it doesn't change it.
Was defending him, said I'm gonna give him $75,000, and he said once I start talking to the family, I realized all they give a shit about is money and paying bills.
Exactly.
They don't give a shit about this little boy.
So do you think they raised him right?
No.
That's why everybody's saying he's a good kid that made a bad choice. No, he's not. He's a bad kid. He's a murderer, and that's what he is. Sorry. If you're offended by that, go cry about it to your mom. We gone.
Nah, I'm not offended by it. I'm just upset at the reactions of people, man, for real, because like it's sickening watching people defend or come at somebody for self-defense, man, and then trying to make it a race thing over and over and over and over again. And they said that black people made it racial, but that's just simply not true. I'm sorry. On this case, it's not. Both sides made it racial, but if we want to be honest, the white people made this shit racial before the black people did, man. Like, I seen the day it happened, I seen some of the most outrageous stuff about him, like making it racial, less like hours after it happened, saying we should hang this N-word, we should do this, like, oh, if the jury don't convict him, we're gonna hang him in the street. Like, we seen all types of fucked up shit about Karmelo instantly. So let's not act like this was one-sided. But man, let me know what y'all think about this below, man. It's Still Alive checking out. Make sure y'all